Hey guys, it's Dima from Dima's Tech. Today I'm going to talk about Google's new announcement about the new Nexus 6P by Huawei, LG Nexus 5X, Pixel C, the new Chromecast, and etc. Stay tuned! Okay, so today Google announced two new Nexus devices. This time it's two phones. So one is from the Chinese company Huawei that lately got pretty big, I would say, in the world with phones, and some lately phones, I would say, even look pretty much premium. Now, I must admit I'm a little bit skeptic about those Chinese models, but again, many phone manufacturers, for example, even Apple, your beloved Apple, if there are any fans, are made basically in China. So the Nexus from Huawei, there are lots of details, so yeah, I, as always, have notes with myself. So anyway, the Nexus is called 6P by Huawei. It's 5.7-inch display. Google says that it's pretty much as a regular 5.2 display. Looks pretty much the same by size, but it's a 5.7-inch display, which means that the ratio between the display and the device itself is pretty good. At least that's what they say. There was only one little glimpse that I saw during the live cast, so it's too sad that it didn't show more of it in reality. You can only watch the video that they use for their promotion, which is 3D modeling of that device. Now, another thing, both of the Nexuses will use USB Type-C with fast charging. So if you heard about the OnePlus 2, so that one was the first phone with USB Type-C, and it did not include the fast charging due to that. But here you can see that Huawei and LG will have USB Type-C with quick charging, so that's pretty good. That's actually awesome. Regarding the battery will be amazing. I must say that's very good. It will be 3450 mAh, which is great for such a phone. Now it's an AMOLED display, and the rear camera will be 12.3 megapixels. And another good thing that they mention is the 1.55 microns per pixel, which means that every pixel of those 12.3 megapixels is bigger. It's not 1.2 like most of the normal phones, but it's 1.55. That's exactly what happens, for example, in my phone with HTC One M8, One M7, for example. The camera uses what HTC called ultra pixels. Basically, those are the same pixels, but each pixel is larger. The same camera will be also in the LG Nexus 5X. So the specs are pretty similar to both of the phones. They both have front-facing speakers. Same camera at the back. The sensor, by the way, is made by Sony. I would say that one should be good, but I did see some Xperia devices that the camera isn't that great. Next, let's see what we have here. Oh yeah, so basically Huawei Nexus 6P will start from $499 US, and the LG will start from $379 US. Now, both of the devices have some models with different capacities, so expect higher prices for higher capacity, obviously, as always. Another new thing that Google offers, besides the 1-year warranty that you get with your new device, Google offers another Google Protect, Android Protect they call it, you can buy it for $89 for the Huawei or $69 for the LG. Basically that will give you additional 2 years with basically protecting from damage from if you actually break your phone, I don't know, just drop it or whatever. So they will replace it in no additional cost. So you'll get it in 1 business day as they guarantee. I think it will happen only in the US, probably UK and Japan. Those are, by the way, the places that the Nexuses will be available at first. They will be available at first, at least for those countries, only through the Play Store, through online. So keep in mind, if you want to go to a store and play around, you won't be able to do it pretty much soon, I think. Another thing, so yeah, we talked about the Nexus Protect, as I said. Now, again, Marshmallow, they announced showed more about Marshmallow, the new Android 6. Basically, we got to see the new on-tap feature. Now, which means that, for example, if you receive a text message from your friend, hey, let's go to the new movie, I don't know, Ted 2, for example, which lately I saw a pretty good movie, pretty funny. Anyway, for example, your friend sent something like that, and you know nothing about that movie, or you do know, but you don't know where you can watch it and when, or you want to book the tickets. So basically you just press on tap like you use your Google Now, but inside the messaging app, and it will actually give you some info about what it can find on your screen. So it will find where you can watch this movie, info about that movie, the actors, where you can buy the tickets, etc. Which is pretty much great. Obviously there were other features that they showed about Marshmallow, but I think we already saw most of the things. And another thing is that in next week, actually, all the Nexus 5, 6, 7 from 2013 even, Nexus 9 and the Nexus Player will actually get Marshmallow. So that's really great. To see that even older devices will get Marshmallow. As far as I heard, by the way, that HTC One M8 will also receive the Marshmallow version. I'm already waiting, but I think, as I know HTC, it will take at least 3 months or so, and for me it will take 4 months, since I will receive it with Europe on the... Usually in Europe they do it in 2 bulks, so usually I'm in the second bulk, at least the phones that are in Israel. Now, next thing is the new Chromecast. Now, there are 2 Chromecasts that they announced today. First of all, the new Chromecast looks amazing. I don't know, I really liked the design. Really, it's just a pure circle with an upcoming short cable of HDMI, and it's magneted to itself, so basically you don't lose this cable. It's just there always with you. You just need to connect it to a power source via micro USB and to your TV. That's it. And if I'm not mistaken, there are TVs today that can actually give you power through HDMI, so you don't even need the power. If I'm not mistaken, please don't quote me on that. Now there are 2 Chromecasts that we announced today. One is the HDMI one for the TV, and another is actually for audio. So basically it's the same Chromecast that you just plug into your regular speakers, and that's it. You can play music from your any device you want. Now, this is one part. As they said, it will obviously from now on support Wi-Fi with higher ranges, so A, B, C, G, N, whatever you want, and in addition 5 MHz. So yeah, basically it's the same what I said, IC, etc. So that's great as well. And the price, I think, let me check. Yeah, it's $35 US for both of them, which is kinda weird. I would say in a regular house I would use a good TV connected to good speakers and just buy the Chromecast for a TV and use it as audio as well, but we'll have to see if there are any additional difference between the two Chromecasts. In addition, the most I wouldn't say exciting, it wasn't exciting for me because it was obvious that I will do it. They redesigned the whole Chromecast app, so now it will be easier to find new content, it will be better to search for new apps that support Chromecast, and better navigation and even gaming controller. So basically you'll be able to play a game that shows on your TV, and on your phone you can use it as a controller. Another thing is actually Google Photos that will be soon updated both to Android, iOS and the web. So up till now you could just take a new album, which by the way I think this is the good part, noting that the pictures that you see on my screen are the supermoon, the moon eclipse that was, for some of you it might be yesterday, but for me it's already like 2 days, I don't know, I didn't sleep that night because of that. So those photos that you see here are mine photos from the moon eclipse, and yeah, I have an album. I'll give you a link in the description of the video just if you want to see those pictures as well, why not? For example, I could take this album and share with my friends, which I did, which I'll do in the description of this video. But in addition, from now on, with the new updates, you will be able to share, for example, such an album with your family. So if, for example, I was there with a friend and he took pictures as well, he could actually add his pictures to this same album. So basically we could collaborate in this album. Yeah, I would use it with, for example, family. If on a family event me and someone else takes pictures, we could actually make one album and share it via one link. And another cool feature, if one of us will add more pictures later, so the other one will receive, or whoever actually joins this album will be able to receive updates about this album, which is very great. So one other thing is that you could, for example, search for someone in your photos. You could search for that person, but now you can add another tag. So for example, if you want to see pictures from that person but only in the sea, you could tag both of those tags and receive the photos that are including this person and the sea. Another thing is, while you look at your phone at those photos, for example with your friends at home, as the person, I don't recall the name, described, you give your phone from one to another to look at those photos, etc. And your huge TV that is just in front of you sits and doing nothing. So you already have a Chromecast, why not use it? So now you can use photos with your Chromecast, and basically you can show photos on your TV screen, and while you're doing that you can search for our photos, which while you search it won't be seen on the TV, you only see it, so you can choose specific photos that you want to show on the TV screen. So not everyone will see, I don't know, one picture accidentally in the very bad, or I don't know, that you don't want to show ours. So that's another cool thing. Okay, now the last thing I want to talk about, which in my opinion is the most beautiful and brilliant thing that I've seen, is the Pixel C. So as you may know or may not, up till now Google had a series of laptops called Pixel. This was the series that ran a laptop with the Chrome OS by Google, and the Pixel model was the high-end model by Google, made specifically by Google. From today, they announced Pixel C, which is not exactly a laptop. It's a tablet that runs Android Marshmallow again, and it has a pretty cool and unique detachable keyboard. Now, lately, many companies, even Apple, showed an iPad Pro, or however they called it, with a keyboard. So basically, many companies are trying to copy the Microsoft Surface, which is actually amazing, and I'm really hoping to see soon a Microsoft Surface Pro 4 or something like that, which I'll even probably consider. But for now, my best choice is the Pixel C. The keyboard is detachable, and it's attached by magnets, so it can be like a laptop closed one on another screen to the keyboard. It's attached by magnets, and while it is closed, the keyboard actually remotely charges from the tablet. So yeah, the keyboard needs power, it works on Bluetooth, but you never have to charge it, which is pretty much great because it doesn't need much battery, and you just charge it from your tablet. So that's great, and the battery is supposed to work pretty long, which we say. Now you can swipe the tablet, so the keyboard will be on the back, which is cool as well. It's like you're using a tablet and your keyboard is with you, just in the back, so you don't have to use it. Or you can just put it as a laptop, and which will be very great as well. Another unique feature, obviously it's USB Type-C as well, but another unique feature is that the laptop or tablet, however you want to call it, will know if it's attached to the keyboard or not by showing you the correct keyboard. So if it is attached to the physical keyboard, it will not show you the on-screen keyboard. You'll use your, obviously, physical keyboard. But if you detach it, it automatically will open your on-screen keyboard. Now, about the price, let me just to be sure, it starts from $499 US, the Pixel C, and sadly the keyboard is $149 US, which is, the price is pretty high. But again, we're talking on a high-end tablet with a keyboard, which should be very, very good. Now, the processor that was announced in it is the NVIDIA X1, which should be very good. All of those will be pretty good with the new Marshmallow, since it does know how to consume smarter the battery. So basically that's it. As I said, I'll leave a link to my photos from the supermoon, from the lunar eclipse, bloody moon, however you want to call it, in the description of this video, so you can watch it as well if you want. And as always, don't forget to like this video if you liked it, dislike if you didn't. Share the channel with your friends, because you know, I'm soon probably will make another campaign with a t-shirt, a cool t-shirt by Tech. So stay tuned for that, and don't forget to subscribe to receive future video updates, and in order to receive them, you'll have to mark a V to receive future video updates. So that's it guys for today, and see you in the next one. Anyway, that's the printer. I will reconfigure it to my